know there
I
are
know.
manifestations and miracle stories in the other religions too. The Hindus have them, even within Islam, I've heard.
No, they're probably lying to you. But
No,
what
there's
makes
no.
You're lying. No, you.
no, I'm not lying. I've
Okay.
studied
See,
this more than
see
you.
how this
So,
works.
Mhm.
So why do you get to flippantly just hand wave away all claims but yours, but nobody can do that to you?
No, it's simple, right? You can just show me a bunch of claims, and then we study them, and then we see what the motive was and
You
what this entity
preemptively did
actually
it though.
said.
Why? And I tried to preemptively do it with you, and you said no, it doesn't work that way. So
Okay, like I'm saying, right? You can always just bring up the supernatural encounters that you're talking about.
okay,
Then
explain
we
yours then,
study.
because yours is real.
Okay,
I want to know all about it.
all right, yeah, sure. So if you read in the Bible, we see the definition of Jesus, how what he looks like, and what
We're not told what he looks like.
he's we're actually told like how he would how he will come in Revelation.
Yeah, but we're not told what he
Revelations.
looks like. There's a metaphorical description of him with fire in his eyes and hair of wool and like legs of bronze. But obviously, he's not going to look like that when he comes back. These are metaphors for his appearance.
Al, I thought
But
you were
So
trying
those
to say that
people,
you had had an encounter with Jesus, though, or did I
that's what I thought.
misunderstand?
yeah, I also once had an encounter
Okay,
with Jesus in a
explain
dream.
your encounter with Jesus. Because you said the way we would tell the other ones are fake is by investigating them. So we're going to
Yep.
see if yours is real.
Yeah. So really, it was I dreamt of Jesus. I was with him when he was being nailed on the cross. So I was really carrying the cross with him.
What was he wearing?
Well, he was really bloody and just had like a robe, like which was torn and
Was
bloody.
it purple or was it, what's the other color it says?
Well, all I could
Scarlet.
see was
Scarlet.
the red. All I
So
could
you,
see
you
was the
get you get
blood.
to solve this biblical contradiction. What color was his robe?
Like I'm saying, it was a dream that I dreamt about, and I saw Jesus.
So you just had a dream. I had I've had dreams where I'm being chased by Triceratops before. So does that mean Triceratops is alive and real on the planet right now?
Wait,
Well,
Eric, are you telling me
it depends.
Triceratops don't exist?
Well, they're dead, but I mean they did exist. I guess Jesus did exist, so maybe that's not super fair. But like, why would
I had hopes.
if you just had a dream about something? I mean, I've had dreams where I've probably met superheroes. So does that mean that they really existed or do exist?
Okay, so the reason why I don't like using mine because it's like I'm using confirmation bias because I already know Jesus, so I just dreamt about it as a confirmation of what I already believe in. The reason why I use other
Wow, that's
people's
what I was gonna say.
yeah.
I don't
So
even need to be
I also
here.
think the same. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think
also
he's
think the
refuting
same as you,
himself.
right? I also think the
So I just
same as
want
you,
to
right?
I
So
want to
the
lay out your
reason why,
argument so far to make sure we're in agreement as to what your argument is. Your conclusion is that Jesus is real and God. The supporting premises for this conclusion is I had a dream about Jesus.
no, the supporting is other people also see the same things that I'm seeing, the very same things. So it's repeatable, it's proven and repeatable. So
Okay, so
But
the
other people
people,
dream about Jesus makes it real.
other people actually see him manifest. It's not just a dream.
In
I just
dreams.
had yes. No, not in
And
dreams.
and
Like he
he
actually
he's
appears. He actually appears in person.
when he has these supposed manifestations, he look like the way the Bible describes them.
Yes.
have you had
Wow, I
one of
wonder where they
those?
got that
Or
idea from.
Yes,
yeah, no
I've
kidding.
heard so many. I've heard so many on YouTube. I've actually had the privilege of meeting a person who's actually had that encounter, and he came and did a seminary church. and this, and if you study these stories, you can tell there's a pattern to all these stories. It's all
Yeah,
just the same
Al-
thing. Jesus says
Al,
the
They,
first
they
thing.
dreamed of something that was in their culture, and
Do you
then they
think-
thought it was real
No.
because they dreamed about it. That's the pattern.
No, but
Al,
the thing is that
go
you're
ahead,
not
Eric.
listening, right?
do you think
You're
the
not
angel
listening.
Moroni appeared to those ladies wherever that was?
I don't know about that story. Maybe
It's
you can
part
shed some
it's
light?
part of the Latter-day Saints lore. There were a few women and the angel Moroni appeared to them. We have the actual affidavit in those ladies' own handwriting attesting that they swear that this happened. So do you believe that?
Okay. So did that happen to anyone else?
Yeah, it happened to more than one woman and Joseph Smith.
No. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm
Mary
saying
Whitmer
after
and
them-
Joseph Smith.
So after them, did it happen to anyone else?
What is the number of people that you require for this claim to elevate to the status of more likely to be true than false?
Like, if something is true, it's able to be repeated
That's not a number.
again and again, right? No, but what I'm saying is that if it's limited to a certain time period, to a certain to a certain people, then we cannot really prove that it's real.
Al, do you think that Yahweh appeared to all of the Israelites or just Moses when he went up the Smoky Mountain?
I think he appeared to. I think the way he appeared to Moses was different from the way he appeared to all of them, but he did certainly appear to all of them.
Okay, some people say no, only Moses actually saw God or whatever. Some people say it was that God appeared to all the. I don't have a strong opinion on what it actually says in there, but that to me, it seems to read that the mountain was enveloped in fog, and only Moses went in and actually saw God.
Yes, but they also saw manifestations of God, though.
Okay, well, a manifestation of God isn't the same thing as seeing God. I could look outside and see that the clouds form a particularly beautiful pattern, and I could say, oh, it is the glory of His Most High Spanky that these clouds have taken on that form, and then I'm just attributing a pattern to that.
Correct. You can say that. But
Okay, so the
in
Israelites
the
can
scripture-
just say that. Only Moses directly saw God. Right?
So in the scripture, we read about a time where God commanded all the Israelites to actually clean themselves, to shave, to actually look presentable.
He could
because
do that
God's
by
presence
just
was
having
coming,
his
right?
voice carry out over the land. So who actually saw God? Just Moses?
Yeah,
Okay,
Moses.
so you believe
but
that an individual,
Abraham also saw God.
you believe that one individual is the minimum number you need to believe that somebody did see a divine being. So, Joseph Smith and
No.
Mary saw the angel Moroni. I have exceeded your standard by 100%.
So why are you assuming that I'll just believe? So that's the same as Muhammad. I don't believe in Muhammad because the thing that
Because
he
you
saw
weren't- yeah,
is,
because you
is
weren't
only
raised
limited
on
to
it,
himself. No. I actually
No, not
studied Islam.
so. If you were one of the you were one of the Israelites, and Moses came down and said, "Hey, I just talked to Yahweh," you would have been standing there being like, "Bull fucking shit, you did." Maybe Abraham did, but you didn't.
Yeah, correct. I would actually say that. If I didn't see anything, I would actually say the same things that you're saying right now. But if you read scripture, you can actually see
Then
that
why do you
God
believe
worked in their midst, right?
So if you
God actually
were
worked in their
a
midst.
character in the lore that you believe in, you wouldn't believe it,
Mm-hmm.
but you do believe it. Why?
Because of the actions, right? Can
Such
you
as?
justify why they actually crossed the Jordan River? Or
It
the
never
Red Sea?
happened. Somebody wrote that down long after the purported
let's-
event that not only didn't happen but couldn't have happened supposedly happened.
Or let's say it happened. Would you not believe if it actually happened?
Would I believe a story if it actually happened?
No, I'm saying if you are actually one of the Israelites and you saw the sea parting into two, would you actually believe that there's God?
I could imagine myself being convinced of it depending on how unusual it seems. But you're just asking me, is the floor made of floor? Like, yeah, you're putting the cart before the horse here. If you saw the thing,
No.
we're trying to figure out if it happened, then would you believe it happened? Sure. So if it was true, would it be true? And if it happened to you, then would you believe that it happened? Sure. That's not a very clever question, though.
No, but you're asking me why I believe, right?
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I believe because I know these things are real. They are true.
No, you
Actually,
believe them. You don't know.
You just said the floor is made of floor again. So I believe it because it's true. Like, that's just a description of your belief state. So I'm asking, how did you come to believe it when you said that if you were one of the people, if you were one of the characters in the story, you would have said, no, you didn't talk to Yahweh Moses, bullshit. But you do believe that that happened today. So how do we get there?
Okay, so when Moses actually came down with the glory that he had gotten from the mountain, from actually being in the presence of God, would you actually not believe that one?
You wouldn't.
Even
I asked you and you said
if I
no.
didn't see, yes, if I didn't hear the voice of God, if I didn't see anything to say that okay, God is actually alive and God actually works, then I would actually say the very same things that you're saying right now. But the reason is because I actually know and I have seen it.
What did you see?
Well, I've seen the testimonies of other people, right? Having seen
So
God
you didn't
like
see anything.
Oh, jeez.
okay, so
I think that it's cool.
So
to
if
use
someone-
the
So
testimony.
we're actually
Yeah.
we're at Al. We're at where we started, which is you believe it because you had a dream, and we went through this whole cycle trying to illustrate that somebody having a dream, even multiple people having a dream, isn't actually evidence that your thing is real. For the same reason that you don't believe the 11 witnesses to the Book of Mormon.
So that's why I told you I don't want to use my own experience because I knew you would just say
You
this
did.
thing.
You
I knew
used
you would
it.
say this.
You knew we wouldn't accept it, and you used it anyways.
That's why I
you
used,
didn't have to do that.
That's why I use other people's. That's why I use other people's testimonies. People that grew up in.
Well, so did
Islam
I.
that have
I
never-
said the same thing. I said it doesn't matter if it happened to other people
Yeah, we used
because
Joseph
you don't
Smith and
believe that it
Mary's testimony.
happened. Exactly, you don't believe it happened to the Mormons.
Yeah, because
they say
it
it
doesn't
did.
happen to anyone else.
It happens
It
to the
actually
Mormons.
contradicts the book.
That doesn't matter
Well, it
because
actually
God
contradicts the
only
book
appeared
that
to
they-
Moses and you believe it. So your standard
No,
of
God-
how many people need to be revealed a thing for it to be believed is one person, and we have more than that for Mormonism.
So the pillar of fire was just a coincidence, and the cloud that covered them by day. What were those?
It's
all
a fictional
coincidences?
story. It's not a coincidence. I don't know if you know
But
this.
how do you know?
Fictional stories tell fictional stories.
But how would you know?
How would you know? You're the one
Yes.
claiming crazy stuff happened, not me.
Yeah,
How
you're
would I-
you're aware that the golden tablets revealed the actual words of the Book of Mormon to Joseph Smith inside that hat, right? How are you saying it was just a coincidence?
No, I'm saying those were all lies. It's just the same as Muhammad.
Prove it.
Well, welcome to atheism, buddy.
Yeah, prove it.
See
We're
how easy
applying
it is?
your level of skepticism to your religion.
Okay, if Jesus,
Oh, a fire
if
tornado
Jesus
and a
was-
great smoky mountain? Yep, didn't happen either.
Happens all the time. Yeah.